No pala review ma do we za mi va Avanot TV enye ya kpɔ mi le Facebook kple YouTube mi like mi na mi share mi Avanot TV mi ko wona yeye adeve na mi ke we eden ko ne be nyata kaka enye nya wona to hiare ke mi hedego banu sianu ke jo mi akata na mi ase ala jo le Ghana o ala jo le Nigeria o gbeta tu ko de share ma sianu ke jo he ka ma godo kwa mi akata na mi ase abia le Ghana du koma aba Ghana du koma vienede de na tanwa bibe mi afa hakola aba Stone Boy Shatawale kwami Eugene kple to kata gbedeka watanwa bazu Ghana du kplola na mia bia nyema ke egba mi le Uganda du koma mi aga Uganda du koma mi akpora ba egbe a nuka beji mi le fima Uganda du koma ke apato viade ke enye hakola onye nkwanye Bobby Wine ihanye hakola ko aba Stone Boy kple Shatawale opa ha popo yako odomoto de kai ha enye le Uganda du koma alaba le pa do ma pa jimajiji kple pa Drake ko kata be ya aba zu du kplola na Uganda du ko alaba edashi ha popo nchi ba gede politics alo tunya heme be ya azu du kplola le pa du ko alo du kplola pa do ma chachia ma ama ko ba dukplola ikenye Uganda dukplola Museveni ike hoziale India minisia enye ameke ejina dokito alomelo na be amuna obliho play alo hwe no pota le meka ukpoba apato via susu ya la shike ukokogbona avadu okplopa avadu ejita na ba wo funya wo apato via wo libe wole ona ba gbadagba ona fi wo funya afia ona ba apato via nu gada matunga ke na apato via panya nwa ha deje shebe afukpakpa yo kplafufia me yo kata odumoto deke matan ade pasusu ike kodeta ba ya awoda adidare anyu ayata tugbabu fugugbo ya fia ye ha yema dashile susu ya nchu nwike tutu ejibe ya asula Uganda to come anya na Uganda to call ayakwe ya awo tani wakata ko mula de kama kaya ofufia me wofum wonfunya omega kedeke makaya ebe nwike bi awo iko wogeyele ami akpida la afa do mekpepo nu kata wo mu a mi akpo aleke ovaye eyenye nyatakaka ike mi agbodum ke enye ameke henve na mi ankwenye jejom happy dara enye lezi ama henve na mi le egbetom ke emi agana ma amakoba apon kple afike ha makata fe nyajojo gbopa Aljazeera apon nyajojo dola le tepama aba edanya de ka fade odago la ai make wo biebe Uganda zukode Uganda zuko nkawe egbegblem chomu alo nke okpoba Uganda zuko egbegblem le akpamagoji.
Bobby Wine, leading opposition politician from Uganda, thank you for talking to Al Jazeera. And let me start by asking you to tell us what's wrong with things in Uganda right now.
I will try to be diplomatic and say many things are wrong, but if I was to be real, I would say almost everything is wrong, and it all begins with leadership. We have what many people describe as a kleptocracy for a government, which we hope to make better.
Uganda to ya gleba ankede gbegbram la Uganda to come alaba tuma fa family la Uganda to come democracy alo ablood vinyanya to gbaba Uganda to ko nya ablood nyanya fa to ko gaka nana fa ablood vinyanya amado wan la to come da aleke duplola hala du kilometer eta edeje cheve vie bonu kede agblan la Uganda to come.
It's relatively recent that you've emerged on the political scene. You were, before that, a musician. Why did you decide to go into politics?
I'm a musician, social activist, and a ghetto youth who recently, I call it recent, but it's 2 years ago, decided to run and become a member of parliament.
ikwe duklola Museveni yo vaziaji akafia aplo zibuka ka apabla tokpla jivo gakama lolomba ya dasile ziang na mabubu ha na bakplo awonu ni alo awonu buare keke ahangoyi alo pokplo yeye akoda Uganda dukomu ta anu gada ogbagban la dukonchi ko jeba wa azrado la apato nya pokplo malo panuku ha ada je sheba ye dashilo epa do ko mele kenya music alo hafufu donchi vabe ahadunya ta agara dunya hama alaba azu so akoma ila nanu to de odomatore ka le nana fa Uganda du koma.
So was it a natural evolution from that to politics, or was there a moment that made you decide to get involved in politics?
I would say it was a natural evolution, because initially, like any other young man, I was singing about the girls and the parties and everything. But, you know, over time, after realizing that indeed my music and my lyrics was influencing so many people, especially the young people, I decided to channel it to positivity, and it was working well. However, there's this one time about 10 or something years ago when I got a personal attack. I was beaten by my age mate, and my crime was showing off. That is the time when I had just gotten a brand new Escalade, and he claimed that I was showing off as if I didn't know that.
Showing off a flash car?
Showing off a flash car, as if I did not know that the country actually had owners. That communicated so much about the injustices that so many people had been going through in my full glare, and I decided to make injustice my enemy, and that is when I started singing what now the regime calls political music, trying to address those injustices. However, I reached a time when I realized I could not keep just talking about them through my music, and that's why I decided to get into actual politics, so I could have a more formal platform in the Parliament of Uganda to address these issues, and that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, nya sama sawa fama no lafia prevenye ya ule sawa fama gaka ama koba edanya roda go hedo gweba lefa sawa fama yimwa ha ngado go eto achi na no kan ikaweba amuva ja yajidada amuva o yena yina wala la be gere fima amu yokatanka o matanwo fungu ha efung dong ava ba wo ha ova de kpong yo kenyo fa jimeji a ova kpong alaba okata ojoji na oba ile te famata ya ajegbagba o ajegbagba ado idengo ba ya ha ya no fima na ya akpere yo ngba yo adugocho afukpekpe alole ke dukpo like na fa dukoma ko woleme ya wada yo chuma hama weba duklola achitrere yanchi alaba wuchure yanchi wodomu bono ya lowa wuya uvacho na mona yo la tafokan kato hama makra wo avala yo la mojibo yo ugbere ka ke la mama over wu ipa driver alo make eyaku anyakula ayaku wa wide yetapa la gbamagba ofu yin re fine o dabi o yanchi alagbegbe ke na bovito nyalo alo deje shebe tu yo kataka o dada yo chigba magbe hafi wo ya fa driver ye motanku a o va gbobe tuma o kata enye tuika o pole ye bun eye fa homa manya fireke o poto lolo almobo yo ntawe ko to aviolo o poto ala ye fa homa Mabia la Ghana du koma de na fa ngata ije alo ajim la du koma enyanya kamia abia no new ba na fa la pada da na madama wo mu na globo awe etidaji plus so ba na dida ala ba do fe ko la eva do mo no alo ma jiba na no do kuma ata ni achonya da nchi akogi alo adida la tafa ma la Ghana du koma aji na ma mi o katan kpoga.
And you've been an MP for 2 years now.
Yeah, I've been an MP.
But the government's targeting of you has continued since you've been an MP. Not only is your music banned, your concerts banned, but you have faced attack. Tell me about the incident when your driver was killed.
Well, I said it the day I went to Parliament, that since the Parliament refused to come to the ghetto will come to the Parliament. I wanted to articulate those issues that the regime, the government, and those people that rule over us had ignored for a very long time. Of course, when I got into Parliament, it brought a lot of attention of the common people. They picked interest in the politics, and indeed they started pushing me and suggesting that I run for president. Now, this infuriated the president that we have, who has for a long time been regarded as all-powerful, and I started getting attacks, and the most ferocious attack was the assassination attempt on my life in Arua, which took the life of my driver instead of mine.
Weber lananampa no maike me wo da nanampa agbare jalo to nanampa nyaranchi ba aya pa home yopo nanampa tuo katan like to a umo agbana rejo license mala shoe ikema deba wonu nanampa ahoma malo ifa homa hafi ba kpo a wo before the eta alaba lefa nyagbogbo no adaje sheba wo ban alodo ahie fa hayo katan ke yafu uno kufun la dukoma odo shejiba malaka magafu ha mautan biara kala dukoma azon la gobu ma ha aya aba sawa fama nola alo MPN a yemakpomo ya ga afonu na duko alo manya ivi ye panto ikechi aye kra ha na ya fonu ne ta ye jirodri uma monaga ya fonu na maraka aba duko nkopore duko nlu alo na ke no awo taro ko wo elifiako.
And you were arrested after that.
Yeah.
What happened to you when you were in custody? You were tortured, yes?
Well, I was tortured, I was beaten and humiliated. You know, the regime planted 2 machine guns on me, and the spokesperson of the National Police in Uganda actually came out and said those guns were found in my room, only to withdraw the charges just a week later.
That was in 2018.
Yeah.
This year, again, the attacks on you have continued.
Well, the attacks on me have continued, but not only me. And I always say that I feel honored to see that my plight is highlighted, but this is the same plight that so many people are going through, or even worse, people that are unknown, people that you will never know about. And that is why every opportunity I get, I try to shine a light on their plight, because I am only representative of what they are going through. The attacks have continued. I'm a musician, but my music has since effectively been banned in the country. I cannot stage any concert. I cannot be allowed to address a public gathering, not even in my constituency, which elected me to office. And yes, more than twice, I went to church, and the church was tear-gassed by the regime, because President Museveni and the regime that he presides over is so scared of anybody that communicates words that open the eyes of the people of Uganda.
Nyo katanke won duklola le de yenwa oduma todeke matan agbleye fo dodo ike de tam mbe ya da shile nenen fo dodo anchu ka la go bu ma ha ayiji afonu ba apayama ikenya fa akpe evekple blaf for the kiyama o akodaga enye Uganda pa akodada o gadadaga ta ya achiti ano gbanaji abe ni zuklola ene wada kone wo che ya abe zuklola ene ye amagado ha wo le magbena ya alaba yo kanya opposition party alo party yo ke umala jiaji o yo awo de ka adamagbena ya ba yo awodo to heke anabe yo aduji la akoike dada wo dada mfiama.
Let's talk about President Museveni. You were, I believe, 4 years old when he came to power.
Yeah.
You probably, well, I'm sure, don't remember Uganda without Museveni, and that's a large part of the Ugandan population.
Yeah, I'm 37, but I've never realistically experienced a Uganda with another president, and it is more than 80% of Ugandans that are in the same situation, you know, and that really gets us disturbed. We have been denied an opportunity to contribute to our country. We've been excluded as a new generation, and we desire to contribute to building a country which we know we are going to live in, because certainly the people that are making decisions for us are not going to be there to either benefit or suffer from the decisions which are evidently wrong that they are making for us.
Duplola Museveni menye yeduju gaka akun fitifiti wo wokodema ye wo ahosia eleji ta le fifito ike dago le fiama yo awododo banana fa nwa magajo so na ye bo be ade nana fa afoma ka ka yo ahi to ese alo omonwi tong ayo glo vi ha be le yo pedo ma alo le aye de kagumu a ye ma da shidan gbegbele alo nvo alo amawuju be ya fia fo ma de ko ta yo ahi to ese nwi tong bia bia nye ba nu kata ka jojom le Uganda to come de jojom le Ghana to come mi popom egba Ghana to call democratic country alo ale ke mi ba Ghana to konya ablode vinyenye pa to kode jojom na ma le Ghana to come mi popom aba ablode vinyenye pa to kwa wonyalo alo na fangi ka jojom le Uganda to come ike o de sheba Uganda to ko enye ablode vinyenye pa to ko kake na fango jojom le me de jojom le Ghana na o da ko ama ike maduju ha alo na mara maduju wa ako force alo jishiji we ya aho ako alo ya ho jidurua ajojo le Ghana mu na ma ye mi nkulagaran.
If you look at the history of Uganda since independence from the colonial rulers, the British, it can really be summed up with three names: Milton Obote, Idi Amin, and Yoweri Museveni. Now, two of those, Obote and Amin in particular, were very, very brutal. Would you accept that when Museveni came to power first, he rescued your country?
Well, that has been said. We've always been hearing that while growing up until we grew up old enough to see with our own eyes. And I would say without fear of contradiction that Museveni's rule is much more brutal than the rules that have been there before. Only that President Museveni has been extremely smart, and we must give it to him. You know, the world sees President Museveni, and indeed many people describe him as a benevolent dictator or a dictator in a suit. To the Western world, President Museveni has always cast this image of a democrat, but back home he has stepped on all rights and all freedoms, and he has ruled Uganda with an iron fist.
What do you say to international investors and to governments, to diplomats who say, better the devil you know?
Well, to the international community, to the international investors, and to all the organizations that are working with Uganda, first and foremost, I want to thank them for always choosing to be friends of Uganda. They've supported our healthcare system, and yes, they've supported our military. But we know that we are also citizens of the world, and what unites us should not be only business. It should be the values that we share together, values like democracy, values that the respect for human rights, and values like zero tolerance to corruption. So I request them to always hold the administration accountable. Let them make the observation of human rights and the rule of law a precondition for cooperation with Uganda, so that ultimately they are dealing with Uganda not to the detriment of Ugandans. We want the international community, and in particular the United States of America, to be dealing with Ugandans and not with Museveni himself. Otherwise, the United States supports so much of our military operations, especially in the fight against terror. But you see that the corruption that is ongoing in Uganda, and indeed the corruption of President Museveni himself, has caused that aid to again be used to repress the people. I've always noted that the gun that was used to extrajudicially execute my driver was an American gun.
Uganda to call a democratic country. Ye wonya alo ablo de vinyanya pa to kwa wonya kaka to klola makloma ba ablo de vinyanya pa to kwa no amojishim azio pa ablo de vinyanya ji na ba anmali na no afun akan agblo pa jijinya wo de gu agblo ba wa wona yo tafifia aba yo sohel yo kala Uganda to come ya agblo ha ba Uganda to kwa ama yo kala to come ukata onye sohel akpagata onye sohel yo hia na totro adotua eta nene pa to kala pa no make no mula ma pepana yo ncho eta sohel yo kala kata la Uganda to come ojibo yo punga ka ovovon umatan fufu da anya ike duklola gbo na alo duklola pa agbanono ta umatan anfufu ta aba apa ya ma fa akweka daga wole a yo gbagba jamba yo asitrere mo no chai aba duklola en ba ya ha na eva ya to ma fa dan mu katanda kala make wo ayiji ada je she ha ba vie ba la yefa adowo mo alo la yefa nu popo chinwa la ay make ye jamunya vo la da fi magbana o da je she ba la make du plola musefini hozi atatia jegbagba pere du onchi ewona na ye amu no gbogbo ngaka yonto yomako yofanku akokpe po ba ni ye du plola wo awenya tafa alo makpere du onchu ta yo ka yo li yo chichi yo bo yo na na kpoga ba du plola na wona na ike wo ojedu ko bo du plola jegbagba ado du korango awo du ko fango idowala awo do du ko jala yo makmu mwara ka ba seregbe afọ ogblele gomo jejaba awona na fenwa ta yo so ho ha yo dan kudi ba yo pona na fenwa ga ka fa sere fifia yo mo pona na fenwa de kew la du kom ta so ho kata ocho fifia yo hia na totro yo jiba Uganda du ko na ga tro gbova afa no no abale ke wo le cha unya abroad de vinya nya fa du ko ha na no nyi ado fa jiji agblo uhangi kala jijino na dia gbro inkana jiba duplola na wo alekele jiba no plotu e wa plere do rongi to ngama shama na kpoju chola tukoma ya ji yo le fia.
I've interviewed President Museveni 3 times. In fact, he's been on this program sitting in the chair where you are. He seems supremely confident. Do you think he's afraid at all of losing power?
The only thing that President Museveni is scared of is losing power. And that is why today in Uganda, the major preoccupation of the government is the grip on power. It explains why President Museveni moves with stashes of money, just bribing anybody. It explains why our police force is reduced to now playing politics other than keeping law and order. It explains why the military, high-ranking military officials are coming out to denounce the people or the People Power movement. The Minister of Constitutional Affairs is a soldier, and he came out and said, we shall fight people power using the military and air force. I mean, we are only young people that are not armed. We are only using words to assert what we want. And we're not even inciting violence. All we are saying is that we want to be regarded as human beings in our own home. So the desire to maintain the grip on power has made President Museveni descend down to unimaginable levels.
International bodies alo yo pa gbata du nya ha klo du ko kata yo ka yo la kadodo makplia wa akpere yo nchi la ago gademe plus suba yo pa ablo de vinyanya na waga atrogbo na yewo la fa nya no adama ba yo pa do abalo yo pa habobo no fo aba yo pa akojio ogbela na du koma yo fa sukunya wo mara fo chomu yo fa ngade ma fo chom la du komu yo fa esa kladodo ma do la du komu ta yo jiba wa garama na yo jiba yo ga ado yo fa akoji alo do yo fo wa no manguitong alaba la du komu fi ane ba du plola pele evi alo fu mo to je do a o ina re gbeta du komu ba ho na do yo agbona ba no nani kaka du komu everywhere o je na do no je do a fagbagba ka mala zu kom o do yo lo ta o kuku to odo ike ma jebo wala ku ha wala na do ma aku na to ema we ba shia gbegbe a afuno o wi a sheke alo 19 oku na agbareka ba shia gbe mo nya ko shira reka ogbadeka ala bo no ide vijifa anwo malio woko akpede won chibo watanwa jivia bobo ta o to na maku na jogbe veto gbe shia gbegbe nyonwa mo bia sheke kuna la Uganda to come na make Davi alo faton alo 300 ha akuna la Uganda to come gba shagbegbe manya kwashira da ka manya kwashira va alo jinde ka gba shagbegbe wo akuna amokata anya tadu plafa sasa Uganda na to come view kaka anmale oshiwo gbloda aleke to plola ko 2 kilometer yata hiaba wachitrara mana yo bo kpere yo nchi yo ahwo yo fa abloda vinyanya agbo atu yo fa akojio alabana bana yo ha yo jedo alo yo fa la magbela yo tanga yi ahodo yo bo yo haya anu foma ka bo nwa yo matan akọ odo ike na lachi agbe akoko yide echiepo bia nye bela Ghana du komede na fa ngmare jojoma na jojoma mia anyalike mia alankuranchi le Ghana dukɔ me ne be dɔyɔƒe adodziame le dukɔ mu ye dukplɔla kple eƒe ƒometɔwoea egali ne wodze dɔa woayi gbeta ava xɔ dɔyɔyɔ agbɔ ke dukɔmeviwo ƒe agbena nɔ tsɔtsrɔm ne mele eteƒo ne mia anya leke mia awe alo mia de miaƒe afɔwo le dukɔ me be wate ŋu ade dziƒo na mi.
The constitution has been changed twice. It used to say that you're only allowed to be president for 2 terms. He's now done 5 terms. It used to say that you're only allowed to be president if you're younger than 75. He'll be 76 next time there is an election. What do you think is the president's plan? Do you think he plans to rule until he dies, or do you think he plans to hand over power to his son or maybe his wife?
Well, I wouldn't want to say I think. I would want to say I know that President Museveni plans to rule for life, and maybe after he dies in office, probably he wants his son or his wife to take after him, which is wrong, which is unacceptable, which we are going to fight until the end, because Uganda is not a monarch. Uganda is a democracy, and all Ugandans should be included in the governance of Uganda. But most importantly, it should be the people of Uganda to make the decision. You talked about our constitution. Yes, our constitution used to provide for that, but still our constitution, although it has been changed so many times, the constitution as it is provides for fundamental rights. It provides for the freedom of association. It provides for the freedom of speech, and all these freedoms are being stepped on. Recently, it was on international TV when Dr. Kizza Besigye was brutalized. He's a political opponent. And myself, I'm a political opponent to President Museveni, but I cannot be allowed to address any crowd anywhere. I cannot even be allowed to access radio or TV stations, especially in the countryside. Why? Because President Museveni is very, very scared of the message that we bring. He's very scared of the fact that 85% of the population of Uganda is my age and younger. He's very scared because he sees the signs everywhere. People are yearning for change.
What about his own party, the National Resistance Movement? Do you think he's got trouble inside the party too?
Well, it's very evident that President Museveni has trouble in the party itself. I mean, even in the People Power movement, we are working with more than 10 members of parliament who actually belong to the ruling party, but they see the truth because the truth is constantly being told them by their voters. They want change. So I believe that the wind of change is blowing even in President Museveni's bedroom.
Na kubu maha adi globe vieba yo fa sukunya ma fochom sukunya o gbele ozu basa eta hiaba duko alo gbeta duko fa habobo mu kata na kpada yo nchi na ma kenye yo fa nano yo ko yo wona aba yo fa esew yo fa blood manono amu gada oli aba duko ma vinyanya fa dodahye na kata wo heka yo mata yo awe ta wa agara mana yo le akpama eglon vevie be anya ike glon le be ejojo le Uganda duko mu a menya Uganda de ka ko jojo le agblo ejojo le Africa duko gade o mu amo eglo ba amo ko power alo ni musa akoho do fawe ano do fa ho be America maga ho do fa ma le yesu e bi anya eduklola no da komaduju ha ebe ya kodua ya kpelodua by force ala ba no da la fima mi ka jina la maga pokota ukata oko hema ha ukata o dufumbo yo hodofa ta ya ukata ajojo la duko vuvu yo kan Africa duko vuvu manye Uganda da ka ko jojo mlo na makinye zangududu ha ato fievu de Uganda to come alegbegbe iha yojibo nana famu yo kenya gbeta habobo mo no pede yo nchibo yo de zangududu alo corruption mahada la yo doma ba yo asu corruption zero yo fa country alo yo fa tukwa na corruption alo zangududu adeke krango ha maga nonyi nana fa tukomu ta yo jira povito ple amoyo kenya gbadagba ugbobe to gbobe juklola oza ko yo nchi gblamba wa wo mve fi kple funya yo ga ka wo bo munchie yo kpakpando be nenye be yo de nana fa dukplolada ye democracy alo ablode vinyanya likere dukoma wo ha wono ablode ma le dukoma ike gbasha gbagba o maga hika o ba he na wo do igbe ha ya wa ati jojojo be na ma wo yo to ha alo to ha he kema jewa ye kogo le na wo ka le make wo bia egbe be e kada jibe alo le fan popo chimde do dukplola Museveni ejibe ya close ya kakaka akokuelo alo lo jibe ne ya chifunvwa ya akoziana yestro no akpoloma aba manya de ya bibo ga kento ye pede je shebe na ma tututu e obe yawo na okpolojia obe akwalo chifo no akwena asro manya obe party de ka alo jiji zuwe wonye kpolom wolo.
Perhaps the most important quote ever from President Museveni came in his first year in office when he wrote a book, What's Africa's Problem? May I quote from that? The problem of Africa in general, and Uganda in particular, is not the people, but leaders who want to overstay in power. Now, I picked him up on that quote when I spoke to him 6 years ago in 2013 on this programme, and he said, no, staying in power without elections. I'm in power because of elections. And he has been repeatedly re-elected.
President Museveni used to say those things when he was around my age. 34 years later, he doesn't want to hear what he said when he was still, in my opinion, sober. So there's only one explanation for that. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
There have been allegations that previous elections were not free and fair. In your view, right now, is President Museveni the legitimate president of Uganda?
Well, I'm very convinced that Dr. Kizza Besigye won the previous elections. And I would believe that even if Museveni could have won the past elections, the way he's handling the people of Uganda makes him lose his legitimacy. However, we are looking at the opportunity of 2021 for the Ugandans to assert their voices, which we are sure they are going to.
Do you see a trend in Africa? I mean, look, for example, at Zimbabwe. Look at other parts in North Africa, at Algeria, for example. Do you see a trend that older leaders are now being forced to give up power?
Well, the wind of change is blowing. It's only those that have decided to cover their ears and eyes that don't see it. But the wind of change is blowing. Those of us who were young are now grown. We were babies, now we are parents. We are demanding the right to shape the future for ourselves and our children, and we will stop at nothing. This is not only happening in Uganda, it is happening all over Africa. You've seen what happened in Burkina Faso in the past, in Algeria, and now what happened recently in Sudan. It is happening in Uganda.
Jogwe Joreji alova choye moji boyo awuye ke jogwe to over wuye for driver ye ko enya koi $1 ye de agboje efe le make de agboje efe for o eva de tear gas de eji alaba wo de fe agbeda le apamama de susuita ba duklola majibe amadeka na fun na sanyalalo alo amadeka fa susumoko ikene yeba eterenchi awo hunkuna oba nyi ala jejo na jiko ma manyonyum ta da eke ukpede je shebe yi da agbokple enyama wa we ba wo de nena fa bonu dolada ya ta nu ike hia la Uganda jiko ma fia nyeba yo achu kpla na yo ajagbagba atomo shamoji aleke tuklola la dumavi otere toy azio fa broda manonoji we ba nanaka malino wo onfuare kamalino wa na yo atam adida ta le fa ya mai kenya fa akpeve kle bla efevo de kiamu pa akwa ike dage wole a hia ba yo Uganda vi yo chochoga awonu sianu atomo shamoji ade nana fa duplolada ke egbli ha ba ye dongbe alo ye fajije nya ba ya wonu sianu le lonon fama alamake ya jigbagba awo ifa doda sho katan hafine ya atro alo akula nyigba ya ji ta nike enye hunya alo maso ike aha gidigidi ple tu afawo koveba ya tomu akwa yema ogu kapun asa adoju asa ni toji e ya to ple efe amu efe kama chio efe amu yo kala yenchi mo yo atam awodo na yo a denana fa juklolada pe yo ha yo azu democracy ke glomula oga gbo afoke da yo pa du koma vi ofa agbana fanawo na wano na manya efanya okata oglo enyama.
You've mentioned the demographics in your country and how many people are young, under 35. Because of your music and your own age, tell me what the youth of Uganda are saying.
The youth of Uganda are saying they want better. The youth of Uganda are saying they want their country back. The youth of Uganda are saying they want a country that offers equal opportunity to every Ugandan, where somebody is going to be judged by the content of their character, not which tribe they come from, not who their parents are. The youth of Uganda are saying it is time, it is our time.
And the next election is 2021.
Yes, please.
You say that you're going to stand for president.
Yes.
Will you get all of the opposition to come behind you as the one unified candidate against President Museveni?
Well, it is our effort. We are in advanced stages discussing with different leaders from different groupings and different formations to see that we come together as the opposition, well knowing that one big challenge we all face is the oppression and the limited or shrinking political space.
Given that shrinking political space and the history of the previous elections, the 5 presidential elections we've seen, which Museveni has won, he has a very tight grip on the system, and there have been persistent allegations of vote rigging. How do you overcome that if he rigs the election?
Yeah, we know that President Museveni is planning to rig the election. He has done that in the past. Recently, he did it in Hoima in a by-election using the military. But we are banking on overwhelming him, because a vote can easily be rigged if it's not overwhelming. And ultimately, if President Museveni tries to rig the election that he has been like he has been doing, then the people of Uganda will rise up and they will stop it.
Well, let me ask you about what you mean by that, because if you are blocked at the ballot box, what other ways will you seek to remove Museveni? And it's worth noting to our viewers that since independence in the 1960s, there has never been a peaceful transfer of power in Uganda.
The law as it is today permits me to vie for presidency, and if President Museveni tries to stop me from vying for the presidency, that would be another bridge that we shall cross when we get there.
But what you said a moment ago, that the people could rise up. Are you saying there could be an armed revolution against Museveni if your efforts at the ballot box are blocked?
I did not say people could rise up. I said people will rise up, because that is evident everywhere. They are tired of this oppression and they will not take it any longer. I do not believe in violence. So we are using and shall continue to use all legitimate and legal ways of defending our voice.
Alaba afato bobwan hafula wonya hafula adoduya kaka legwen kaka ma alo la fife yiyama afa jijie nya ba ya azujuklola ne ade fa duko de nu kata kama tomu leta.
I was speaking to one international diplomat who's actually met you, who says Bobby Wine, he's a performer, he's very charismatic, but what does he know about running a country? What are going to be your policies if you get rid of President Museveni?
We are looking at breaking a dictatorship and having Uganda under civilian rule, which has never happened before. We want the voice of the people to surpass the voice of the guns. We want to return the rule of law and dignity to the Ugandans and utmost respect for human rights. We want to revive our education system. I mean, it is sad that the wife of the president, whose education is actually questionable, is the Minister of Education, and it is so sad, the recent happenings in Makerere University and what she said, but that explains the regime and the family and the couple that's ruling over us. We want to revive our healthcare system. It is sick itself. It explains why our government officials, our leaders actually never go to our hospitals. Even when they have to give birth, they fly to developed countries for treatment, while the Ugandans are left to suffer and die. That explains why we lose more than 19 women every day, not every week, not every month, but every day giving birth. More than 300 children die in Uganda, and all these other challenges that people go through. If we had a functioning healthcare system, it would be working. Uganda is enormously gifted with amazing fertile soils. However, the land has been conspicuously owned by one family or one clan or one grouping. We want to put an end to that. We want the natural resources of the country to be actually a property and a benefit of the people of Uganda. We are greatly endowed with natural resources, from minerals to oil. We want them to facilitate the people of Uganda and help develop us. And finally, we want to unite our country, because we live in a deeply divided country, divided along ethnicity, along class, along income, along political lining. We want to put an end to that, and that will need us to have a truth and reconciliation program that can bring our people together, so we can have a foundation that will take us together forward as a country. And most importantly, I know that many of our very resourceful, knowledgeable, educated and intelligent people have been forced to leave Uganda because the nation does not offer what they deserve. These are first world brains stuck in a third world country. We want to repatriate them back home to help build our country. I must note that after the unfortunate events in Rwanda of 1994, it is mainly Ugandans that went to Rwanda and assisted build the Republic of Rwanda. We want Ugandans living in America, living in Europe, living elsewhere, to feel comfortable and blessed to come back and rebuild their country.
Currently, so much of the system was built by and is loyal to Museveni, particularly the security apparatus. What do you do about that, about, if you were in charge, about the police, the army, the courts? Where do you draw the line of who you remove from their jobs?
I've been communicating to the men and women in uniform, telling them that this is a fight for them too. We're not fighting against them, we're fighting for them. They deserve dignity. These are men and women who spend sleepless nights trying to keep us safe. But again, looking at how they live, how their children survive, how they are enumerated, it is sad. So we want to better their lives so that our security is better. We want the police not to be playing politics, but to be doing their mandatory work, which is protecting people and their property. We want our soldiers to be dignified, to earn well and to live well.
And would you continue keeping those soldiers playing a regional role? For example, Somalia. Uganda's had soldiers there for 12 years. Yes, you get paid a lot of money by the US government for having your soldiers as part of AMISOM, but should Uganda be fighting the US's wars?
Uganda, in my opinion, is not fighting the US's wars. I believe that Africa is our home. I believe that we should be our brothers' keepers. So whenever there's a problem, Uganda, like all other nations, should be part of it, you know. But again, just like we are trying to have stability and harmony in other countries, it should not be at the cost of Ugandans. So Ugandans should benefit from the stability as well. That should not come at the cost of Ugandans.
My final question. How worried are you about the stakes in what you're doing here? Because in 2 years' time, yes, you could be the president of Uganda, but you could also be in jail. You could be in exile, or it could be worse.
Yeah, I know that every day that I live it as if it's my last day. Every time I leave home, my little daughter hugs me and makes me promise 100 times that I will come back home. I always want to go back home. I have a little beautiful family. I have a young beautiful wife, and we always promised each other that we'll work so hard in our youthful days and retire early and enjoy our lives. I want to live peacefully like any other Ugandan. But this is very important because it is not life if one is not living free. So I know the stakes are high. I know the regime is bent at nothing to keep power, even eliminating people like myself. And I know, I've been told before that there's a very big target on my life. I know that is there, but I also know that it is worth it to fight for freedom even at the point of death. I've said it before and I'll say it again, that we shall continue to fight legally and constitutionally for our freedom, and if need be, we shall die fighting for our freedom.
Ichi gbanyare ha ba ino hapu ma ipa hapu fua wana doda so heoji vevito so heo aba am so henya ma akpaga to le tuko ma wana dodo oji ale gbegbe ta aye la pede je sebe ipa hapu fu kata wana doda so heoji ple ama kata ekpe ba no na ba ye hapu ipa hapu fu mo chonu la la kapo nwa ya hasu duklola ya no ne ya ploto hayo ke ko nya chiwo ni ya we wodun chila ya wo na fa nwana obu nwa we bo faji ajama ala ba na wo fa ye fa hafum na ma wo se na nya chiwo na makon wana do vivina na okpla yo kata okpona ngo yile ma ta na ye bi va su duklola bu nwa ha ke fon ye la ya ta nwa zin susuma akoko akplo ba wo faji na ajama ayo kata ta wo chichitre ba ya adena na fa afoda mi fa ya fa Ghana zu koma mi gba stone boy kpla ayo kata gbede ka ha wo ha watan adena na fa afo oli dreku kwa na fa na obo aw mi chona mi akplo mi fa zu alo mi awo ha ina zu ko ba mi ada zu ko la tete kpo alo ku hei makato mulama na mi adili ta ayanya nyata kaka fo wona ike edo mi agbole egbama alaba nkwenye jejom happy dara enye hivi na mi ka ayi bubua mi aga ayi daji ke mi le Facebook pla YouTube mi like mi na mi a share mi ba amashama na kwa mi Afana TV mi na mi awe na wa anyo ta hafima ajola mi agbo le mi fa Ghana zu koma fi ana ebe elankuda apato fi kenya bob wine pa enya yo kata ke wodada go pele ka gbana no mi yo kata ko wo nwa nebe akpele mi afa zu koma ba mi afa hapola Stone Boy Kwame Eugene Shatawale Edem patapa kpele bubo kata on ha gbede ka wata nwacho adene ne fa afoba nyi yawe le zu koma gbegblon cho zu konchi ata mi atofi mi adida mi ha mi acho mi adida ne ekpobo wata nwa we adene ne fa afo atanwa adida na mi atando message dana mi agbele na mi bo ame ya tanwa wala hay ha tanwa wala mi akhlo kata na o ba o ha akpong dodo na o message yakana dodo na bia na bia ha wadong na na ya dokuna duida alo statement na wo ha mi akata mi wo okpoga eta mi pe no to jina mi la Afana TV.